Hello and welcome to this BuyBotPro video. So today we're going to be taking a look at the confidence score and discussing how much it can help you in your deal analysis. So the confidence score is a unique part of BuyBotPro which tells you what exactly it thinks of the item that you're analyzing. So this is great when we do a deal analysis because sometimes we just need a bit of reassurance just to know we're on the right tracks, and this is what BuyBotPro is doing. It's being a good friend, it's taking a look with us and telling us what it thinks. Now, it doesn't just pump out any old random confidence score to make itself look good. It is determined by several factors within the software. So it's going to take a look at things like if we are eligible to sell the item, if there's an IP issue, because if there's anything like that, we cannot sell the item at all. If we try and sell something with an IP issue, then we're going to get into trouble and it will risk an Amazon account suspension, which we don't want. So if we had something like that, the confidence score would tell us no, regardless of if we're going to make X amount of profit on the item or anything else. Now, assuming that we're eligible to sell the item and there's no IP issues, it's going to take a look at things like if the item meets any or all of our criteria that we set up in the BuyBotPro settings, which I'm going to show you in a moment. So it's telling me that it thinks this item is excellent. It's giving me a confidence score of 93.73%, which is great. That's how confident it is about this, probably because of the tremendous profit and ROI that we're going to be making on this item. It must sell well. It will have a good BSR as well. And something that we can take a look at in the confidence score is if we hover over it, it gives us the top 3 things to consider if we were to go ahead with this item. Now, regardless of the confidence score that you get, just because you get a good confidence score doesn't mean that you're going to get 3 positive points, because the reality is, whilst an item might look amazing, there could be something to watch out for if you were to proceed with the item. And likewise, if you had a bad confidence score, you may still get some good points on there as well. So if we hover over it, it's the top 3 things to take into account before we go ahead with this item. So let's hover over this. So Amazon are on the listing. Now, this isn't amazing news, as I say, but this is important to understand nonetheless, because now we can go and check how much possession Amazon have had over the buy box over the past however long. It also lets us know to keep our price competitive in order to compete with Amazon if we do stand a chance at winning the buy box. The recent 30-day and 90-day estimated sales have been awesome, so we can go ahead and check the estimated sales and confirm the figures for sure, see how consistent it remains in a longer time frame, because this may be an item that sells consistently well throughout the course of an entire year. So it might not be a seasonal item, which is great if we can find items like this. So this is really reassuring. Thank you, BuyBotPro. Now, with the criteria that I mentioned, what we need to do is go to our BuyBotPro settings and come down to this section right here. So the BuyBotPro score adjuster settings. Now here we set our own criteria based on what we are looking for in deals when we are doing sourcing and deal analysis. So we can set a minimum profit, we can set a minimum ROI, and we can set a minimum and maximum BSR parameter as well. So right now it's going to find me something within the top 7% of an item's category. Assuming that it meets that, then that will be something that contributes to a good confidence score. If it's just outside of this, it could be an okay confidence score or a bad confidence score, depending if it meets any of this other criteria and how far out it is from our preferred minimum and maximum BSR range. So if we were to change the minimum BSR percentages, let's say if we change this to 5%, that's the minimum. Now, anything that is within the top 5% of the item's criteria will not get taken into account if it is somewhere in that range for the confidence score. Because as a new seller, for example, all of the big boys are... As a new seller in particular, a lot of the big sellers that sell items consistently well. Now, especially as a new seller, especially as a new seller, a lot of the top sellers that consistently sell an item on the listings that have got an amazing BSR, so maybe it's like the top 1 or 2, something like that in that item's category, we might want to exclude that because we know that's going to be really, really tough competition. The higher you go with BSR, the better the item. The lower the number with BSR, the better the item is going to be doing. So the closer you are to 1, the better. Now, the closer you are to 1, you're also going to have more competition as well. So you might want to exclude this very, very top percentage. It's completely up to you what you want to do. And of course, as I say, you've got the minimum profit and ROI. You can adjust this as you see fit at any time. So as you grow in your Amazon business, you may find that you're looking for something with a higher minimum profit. You might want to expand your BSR parameters. It's completely up to you what you do. You may want to review this every so often just to make sure that it's up to date with your goals. Now, once you have set this and you have pressed save and sync at the bottom of the BuyBotPro settings, it's going to take this into account, and this is what goes into determining the confidence score. Now, obviously, if it doesn't meet any of that criteria, it's going to be a bad confidence score. If it meets some of it, we're going to get an okay confidence score. And if it meets all of it or exceeds all of it, then we're going to get a good confidence score. So that is how it works in BuyBotPro. Hopefully it goes a long way to helping you make your decisions. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.